Hey guys, welcome back to Let It Roll. I got another strategy from another good friend, another brother of mine, BirdDog301. BirdDog301. He has a YouTube channel, so I recommend you guys go check him out. I'm going to have his link to his channel right at the end of this video, so you can just click on it at the end of the video. But we're going to look at his strategy today, and then on Wednesday night, he's going to join my show and we're going to play it out together, so you can kind of get his thoughts and his ideas of things that he would do with this strategy. So I'm going to give you the basic layout. The thing that I always tell you guys is the base starting point. Remember, everything I talk about here is a starting point, and BirdDog does change things up just like you and I would, depending on what's going on at the table. But let's take a look at it. We're going to call this the lay 9 strategy. Okay guys, first of all, let's talk about the very beginning step of this, and that is the bankroll. So what would you start with a strategy like this? I would say the minimum start would be roughly around $600 would be my minimum buy-in for this strategy. He likes to buy in for $1,000, so that's what I'm buying in for right now is $1,000 with this strategy. Remember, I like to play strategies for at least 10 shooters. So he lays 96 across, but he does have the hedge right here for the lay 9. So, I mean, if he threw 9s on the comeouts 10 straight times, you know, that's $150 lay right there. So you would need what, 1,500 minimum to play it if you counted for 10 shooters taking that chance. 960 across, if you looked at it that way, you would need, 96 across. If you looked at it that way, you would want a $960 bankroll. But with the lay bet, and usually you aren't going to throw 9 straight 9s on the come out or 10 straight 9s on the come out. I figure, you know, you're going to need at least about $600 minimum to try this strategy. So those are just my thoughts there again. All right. Caution again, every strategy has strengths and weaknesses. Every strategy has holes. So understand the fact that when you watch these strategies, you got to realize that all of these strategies can win and all of them can lose. I'm not promoting them to win. I'm not telling you to play this strategy so you can win. I just like to share strategies. And now I'm trying to share my friends' strategies so you can kind of see how they play at the casinos. These are the people I personally play with. Remember, this is just one of the strategies he plays. This is right now, this is the one he is playing the most when he starts out at the casino. Doesn't mean he won't do different strategies. And it doesn't mean that he won't make adjustments to this strategy, but this is the base starting point. So let's take a look at it. All right, so like I said, he does work the come out. So this is going to be the exact layout you will see if he's playing with you at the casino. He'll lay 96 across, and he'll place 96 across, and he'll lay the 9 for $150. He did also let me know too, it doesn't mean that he's always going to lay the 9. Sometimes he'll lay the 5. You kind of see what the table is doing. But these are the numbers he usually starts out with for the lay bet. Let me explain why he starts out with this, okay? So the reason he starts out with laying either the 9 or the 5, because I asked him the question, why wouldn't you lay the 4 or the 10? Or the 6 or the 8? So there again, guys, that's an adjustment that can be made. This is just his base starting point. But his answer to me is because if this gets hit, if you throw a come out 7, this lay bet will pay $100, which pays for the $96 that you have up in play right there. So basically, you're trying to get on the board for free if people are throwing lots of come out 7s. So that's why he's laying the 9 or the 5, because you're going to get $100 for that lay bet. Okay, now of course you got the $5 VIG, so really you'd get $95, so you'd be in it for $1. You'd lose $1 if it's a come out 7. But he's just trying to counter the come out 7s. All right. So on the flip side, the hole in this strategy is if you throw a 9 on the come out, you're going to lose this $150. You will get paid $21. I'm not sure if I mentioned, but he does work his $96 on the come out. All right. So that's why he plays this lay bet. So definitely the hole in the strategy is the 9. So yes, you know, remember the other thing too, guys, is that all of these strategies, any of them, like I said, can win. Remember, you got to pick where you want to take your gamble. Every layout on the table, the casino has the advantage. So you need to decide how you want to gamble to try to win for that day. So yes, some people might say that's crazy to lay the 9 because the 9 is a common number. You're correct. You know, but the thing is you don't know if the 9 is going to happen. That's the gamble you're willing to take. Some of you might be willing to take that gamble to lay the 9 on the come out. Some may not. Okay, so I'm just kind of throwing out some things to kind of like counter some of the questions that will be asked, or even some of the statements that are going to be made based on, you know, the way the layout is and stuff. So just remember that we all have our own ways that we're willing to take a gamble for however many rolls. All right, back to the strategy. So that's what this is about. This is to combat the come out sevens. All right. Okay, so let's just take a look at the first step here. So when you throw the dice on the come out, let's say that you throw a 6. All right, at that point, we're working our bets. So we're going to make $21. All right, so I'm just going to show you a couple levels of it. So you'd get paid $21. And now from here on out, so here he says he throws them $1 and presses. So the very first roll, you're going to get paid anyways if you throw any number. And so you're going to press that first roll. Now, the way that he plays this strategy is it's a continuously press and collect. All right. So the next roll, oh, sorry, the first thing he'll do after that is he'll actually lay the point. So that's what he does now, is he'll move that 9 to the point. Okay, wherever the point is. So if we threw a 4, this would now move to the 4. All right. There again, it's just his superstition things, how he likes to do it. Doesn't mean that he will do that every single time that he plays this strategy. Sometimes he might just leave it on the 9, or he might say, heck, you know, nobody's throwing 10s, I'll move it to the 10. But this is the base starting point. So this is kind of what he looks to do first, is he'll just go ahead and take a chance a few rounds by moving it to the point. Okay, so from here on out, guys, it's basically what you're trying to do is recoup at least enough for what your starting point was, which was 96, 97 after the dollar. Once you get to basically $100 in profit, he'll take his lay bet down. Okay, so this is basically just one of the ways he's willing to take the gamble to help for early sevens in this strategy. This strategy is great for early sevens, okay? It's be rough if you're hitting your points or you're hitting the lay bets, which can happen too. So there again, now the next roll, let's say we throw a 5, so you're going to get paid $28. And if you look at it here, this would be a collect because we're going to press, then collect, press, then collect. All right, if you look at it here, you still need to add this up as your winnings because you actually have already made this part. So you've got 21 in winnings because you threw them $1. 21, you got 24, $49. So right now you've got $49 in winnings, okay? So at this point too, he said if you want, you could take this and make this half. You know, make it $60 if you want. You could start reducing this lay bet after you start collecting too. All right, so that's some of the other processes that you can do with this. Okay, is you could start reducing your lay bets if you want. You know, you don't have to or you can. Those are some of the options. So let's say we throw a 9. Okay, we get paid $28, but now this is the press. Okay, so you get, I don't know if I said $29. For some reason that feels like I said that. You get $28. Okay, and so this is our press. So first of all, you're going to for sure press the inside. And then you could choose whichever number you want to press, the 4 or the 10, if you decide to. Okay, so you can take that one up and then just keep that. So now let's say that we hit the 9 again. So now you're going to get paid $35, and this is a collect. Okay, and at this point, like I said, if you count up all the money we have here, there's 50, okay, 55, 65, 75, 77, 87, 89, 99, and I'm not sure I counted this, but we roughly have at least $100 already that we have collected here. So if you want, you can now take down this lay bet, and now you're going to do the press and collect, okay, from here. So that's how this strategy plays out. Okay guys, so now you see how the strategy actually plays out. Let's go ahead and look at some of the ways we can make adjustments to this. And then of course, like I said, on Wednesday night, we'll kind of see the things that Eddie does for his adjustments when we throw live. But let's take a look at some of the things we can do. Okay, so first adjustment we could do if you wanted to is you could decide wherever you want to put these. If you've been at the table for a while and then you say, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and try that strategy out, and nobody's been throwing 8s, you could take the chance with an 8 because you're going to win more. You know, instead of winning 100, you're going to win 125 if the 7 comes out on the come out roll. Or you can say, you know what, the 4s and 10s are less likely to hit. Let's go ahead and start with a lay 10. Of course, you're only going to make $75 instead of 100 or 125. So the 75 won't quite cover the 96 if it's a 0.7, but that's okay. Some people say, I still didn't lose a big bulk of money. I only lost basically $23 or 22. So some people are willing to take the gamble that way. So that's the first thing you could do, is lay your number differently than the 9 or the 5. You could choose any other numbers. Okay, some of the other things we could do is let's just say, some people say, I don't like working the come out roll anyways, so we're going to go ahead and do a normal come out. Okay, say they throw a 6. All right, now you can choose wherever you want to put your lay bet. All right, because these weren't working on the come out anyways, so you can start it on the second roll. Let's say now let's go ahead and lay the 9, because there's been a lot of 0.7 outs. So now if the 7 comes, now you're going to get paid your 100 and you're going to lose your 96. Of course, you got your VIG and all in there. So that's the other thing you could do, is not work the come out on your place bets and not even lay the number if you don't want. Okay, just because you don't want to take the chance of the 9 coming on that come out roll. All right. So that's another thing you can do. The third thing you can do is, instead of even laying the numbers here, you could just do a don't pass if you wanted to. So just start out even with like $100 don't pass instead of the 150. Of course, you're taking the chance of a 7 being thrown on that come out roll. So that's a huge risk. So the pros and the cons of that is if you get past the come out roll, and let's say that the point is a 5, okay? If you get past that come out roll, now you don't have $150 invested to make 100. You only have $100 invested to make the 100. So you're saving yourself that extra $50. The problem is, like I said, is you're taking the chance of the most common number hitting on that come out roll. But those are 3 ways you can make adjustments to this strategy. There again, Eddie didn't tell me any of these things, but I like to kind of show other adjustments you can do. But those are 3 things you can do. All right, now, like I was saying, those are some of the adjustments you could do that came off the top of my head. But Wednesday night, if you come and watch this thing with us Wednesday night, you'll actually get to be in the mind of Eddie, okay, Bird Dog, because he's going to come with us Wednesday night to play this live with me. So for those of you that want to stop by, you can ask questions to him, kind of see what he thinks, see some of his adjustments he makes. And also you can ask me questions. We just chit chat and have fun. We play out the strategy for a while. Usually anywhere from a half hour to an hour. So we just kind of hang out and have fun. But there again, guys, I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Remember, after the video, make sure to go check out Eddie's channel and make sure you subscribe, show him some love, and I'll catch you guys soon. Take care.